Get my computer up and running. Get rid of that. Come on. There we go. That's closed. All right, we should be good. Cool. Cool. All right, we're back. We're live. We're here again. Another day. I don't know what's happened to. I don't know what's happened to my whiteboard, but something has. Let's see. Carvana, hello. Nehu, hello. How are we, you two? What's going on? Nehu, you're waiting for me? Well, I'm here. I'm here now. Oh. What's going on? What's going on? You two can fight that out. I am not. I have no part in that, apparently. Sebastian, hello. How are we doing? Spencer, how are we doing? What's up? Melissa, hello. What's going on, everyone? Forgive me, I am putting chapstick on because the medicine I'm currently taking dries out my skin and my lips get extremely chapped. So this chapstick was recommended by my dermatologist, but I have to apply it with my finger. Sebastian, let me guess, they're fighting over you? Yeah, a little bit. Luciano, you're Batman? That's pretty crazy if you are Batman. Spencer, people with long fingers have high intelligence. Interesting. Aline, you're 5'1". You're a 5'1", 155 centimeter girl. Are you tall or short? If you're 5'1", I believe that's on the shorter side, if I'm not mistaken. Justin, the man, the myth, the legend. Just take the compliment, no back to. Well, thanks, Justin. I appreciate it. Sebastian, you're 5'6". Nice. Cool. Well, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? It is, at least for me, 8:35 p.m. What are we doing? Hattie, no. Let's see. Red. What's my preferred gaming? I don't know. I don't necessarily play games to streamer it, at least. So I don't don't really use an operating software, I would say, when I play. I think. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that one. Aline, what he said? You didn't hear short or tall. Aline, if you're 5'1", I think that's on the shorter side, so I'm going to go with that answer. Eric, no, I am not. Hadi, thank you. At least you answered, not ignoring. Yeah, man. I am here to answer as many things as I can, but gotta make sure they're okay to answer. Spencer, am I vegan or vegetarian? Absolutely not. I've never had a vegetable, so definitely am not either of those. Brand just finished skills and drill tennis class, week 12 in books. Nice, Brand. Very cool. That's awesome, man. Justin, you have a couple of scratches on your car and you bought some paint to touch it up. Pray that you don't mess it up. Someone hit your parked car. Dude, that's crazy. Funnily enough, I actually have a friend that did end up hitting a parked car with the car they were using because they were learning how to drive and they did not know what was happening, and they actually did like bump into another parked car. So I'm sorry it happened to you, Justin, but I still can't believe that they did that. That's crazy. Profiler, do the glasses help with sleep? It's 3:37 here in ZA. Where's ZA? But yes, for me, these glasses have helped with sleep. They are blue light blocking glasses, so these have helped me a lot. I don't have any actual data because I don't have anything that tracks my sleep, but since I have started using them, I have personally felt that I've gotten much better sleep. So I'm a big fan of these. I'm a big fan of these Profiler. And is ZA Zimbabwe? Is that what that is? Red, do you use Windows or Linux? Is what I meant by what OS do you use? Just asking because. Okay. I think I just use Windows. I don't know. I've had this computer for like over 4 or 5 years, so whatever a Lenovo ThinkPad would use, that is what we're working with. I would assume it's Windows. My guess. Filipina, greetings from the Philippines. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Let's see. Zito, all the way out from Brazil. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Hadi, best rapper in my own point of view. Personally, I'd say my favorite. I won't say best just because that's subjective, but my personal favorite rapper is probably Eminem because it's because that is who I grew up listening to. My dad, funnily enough, had the Recovery album on CD, the clean version. And so I would listen to that when I was growing up. And so he just always kind of stuck with me. And that's who I would say is my personal favorite rapper. Can't say best because I don't know that answer, but personal favorite, Eminem, hands down. Profile is South Africa, nice. Snow Salt, I seem boring to hang out with. Probably as some people, but I don't know. That's why you have multiple different friend groups, or just multiple different friends, so you don't have to hang out with anyone if you think they're boring. Driving Force, aloha, how we doing? Floff, good morning, handsome guy. Thank you, I appreciate it. Eddie, I don't know who Destiny is, so I couldn't tell you. Driving, I'm doing good. Yeah, I just got home from work a few hours ago, and now I have the next 3 days off of work, so we'll be having a good time. Then I'll be right back there on Friday for Black Friday and everything, so it'll be a great, grand old time. Hottie, you are now worth every moment I can be here. Well, well, thanks, Hottie. What made you decide on that? Just me giving my favorite opinion, not saying who I think is the best. Is that what it was? Let's see. Ted, hello. How are we doing? Detox, what's up? Megumi, The Weeknd, or Drake? I don't know. I don't listen to either of them. I don't really listen to either of them, so I don't really have an opinion. Eddie, I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. I have not listened to and I do not know anything about BTS. So sorry. Ted, am I streaming on more than one platform? No, I am only streaming here on YouTube. I do not have any other I don't have any other easy or good way to stream to other platforms as of right now. So we're full-fledged YouTube streaming. That is about it. Rylan, hello. How are we doing? Okay, you should just be able to stream regardless. I don't think there's a sub limit to that would stop you from being able to do that. Barney, you're only joking. Did you say something, Barney? Vex, I look like your neighbor. Interesting. Deem. I don't know what that is or what that means. Profiler legit thinks that everyone has to put themselves live. Realize not everyone will like you and make peace with it like this guy is doing. Honestly, seems quite stable. Nice to see the USA is not all left and right. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Not everyone in the U.S. is all polarizing or like extremely far every which way or any which way that they look. There's some of us. There's plenty of chill people. I would say we tend to be pretty cool. I would think. Leonardo, Brazil, very nice. Hottie, bro, we all know that Eminem is the best, so you're just trying to be fair, but in your soul you see him as the best. Well, Hottie, the thing is, I don't necessarily listen to that much. I don't necessarily listen to much rap outside of him, so that's why I can't say that he is. I can't say full fact that he is the best because I don't know like statistics around like album sales or streams or record sales or anything. So without that knowledge, you can't technically say who is the best. So that's why I just said my personal favorite is Eminem. That is what my logic and reasoning was. Jace, can't say that I do. I don't think I've ever done that. Kaido, hello. Red, nice is the best. Interesting. Kaido, hello. What is your name, bro? So Kaido, my name is Brody, and as the channel says, it is Brody Taylor. Taylor being my last name. But yeah, that's who I am, man. Who are you? What do you do? Where are you from? What's going on? Weston, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Barney, we all know Oasis is the best. That's an interesting take there, Barney. Oasis. What, you gonna start singing Wonderwall in the comments? Eddie, his new stuff has been pretty corny, not gonna lie, but overall good rapper. I don't know. I liked, if we're still talking about Eminem, I liked some of the new music of the Death of Slim Shady. I thought some of the songs that were on there were awesome. There were a few on there that I just couldn't get behind, but I was like, some of these absolutely hilarious. Like the one song, I think my favorite song off of that album is Brand New Dance, because he originally had recorded that back for, I think it was the Encore album, but he never released it because uh, Christopher Reeves, I think it's the guy that's mentioned, he ended up passing away before he released the song. So he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna not release this right now. But then he released it on the new album. And I think it's just absolutely hilarious. So I had a fun time with the album. Not all of them, but I had a fun time with it overall. Let's see. Have I ever listened to Lil Red Flags? No, I have not. Kaido or Kaito? I'm going to assume Kaido. You are from Northeast India. Very cool. And you want me to go to the Hornbill Festival. I don't know what that is, so I can't really go there. Jace, I don't know what you're referring to. Smart, hello, how are we doing? Kaido in December, interesting. Ismail, hi, how are you, bro? I'm doing good, bro. How are you doing? We're having a great time. We're here streaming, just talking about whatever right now. Tennis may be brought up at some point. We'll see. That's typically why we're here for the stream, but we'll see. Maybe we just hang out all this stream. We don't know yet. Weston, your friend's name is Brody. Very cool. Did you find another one in the world? There's not too many of us that I know of. Barney, nah, Wonderwall, not one of the best. Interesting. Lil Red Flags is a rap artist. Interesting. That's probably like I said. That's probably like I said why I hadn't heard of him, just because I don't really listen to too much rap outside like the few artists that I do know. Profiler, what do you think we all gonna do when AI takes our jobs? I think it depends on what the job is that it takes, but I feel like at some point, especially in the U.S., as AI begins to be able to do more and more technical jobs, I think there's going to be much more of reliance in terms of people going towards and going into trades to just like more hands-on type of work. I could see that happening just because right now the US, and I can only speak from the US just because that's where I live, is that the US, I think, is going to eventually start moving more towards having more hands-on jobs like electricians, plumbers, and art construction. I could see that happening as AI becomes more prevalent, just because those jobs can't necessarily be replaced. And I think statistically, it has been shown that the U.S. is lacking in those positions. So probably people will move into that. That would be my assumption. I am no expert on jobs, AI, politics, or anything. I don't talk about that stuff usually, but I think we might start to move towards that. Just a guess, though. I don't know. Let's see. Kaido, I can search it. Interesting. Ash, hello. I'm doing good. How are you? Jose, how are we doing? Thank you for being here. Karan, this is now a chatting stream. This one might turn into one, Carvana. We don't know yet. Weston, yeah, you know. Nice. Oh, little red flags is gone. Well, that's not good. Barney sure is Carvana. I mean, yeah, it's kind of turned into that way. Justin, this is the only Brody we need now. I really ever meet any Justins, and when you do, you don't care for them. That's crazy, Justin. You don't even meet other people with your name that you like. That's not cool. I don't have I met another Brody? I think technically I have, but I don't know. I never really talked with him. I think I just knew of him or met him in passing. So I have no clue what I don't know if I would know what to do if I met another Brody or anything. Barney, I mean, I'm using technology right now, and I kind of like technology, so I'm having a good time with it. I wouldn't say I hate it. Weston, it's your dad's name. Are you talking about Justin Weston? Ash, you're doing good. Random says that they will kiss me. Interesting. That's a little weird, but okay. Sakib, I'm sorry, I don't know what that says, but hello, how are ya? Like up. Like up, how are we doing? Hello, host and everyone. Well, hello, Like up. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Justin, JK, you're just like, I'm the best one. Hey, sometimes you just gotta think that about yourself, man. It just helps. It just helps, and you're like, all right, if I'm the best Justin, what is the best Justin gonna do today? You just gotta go with it. Random, you think you love me? That's a little random. Especially since I don't think we've ever met in person. Like up, you're watching from Saudi Arabia. Very cool. Thank you for watching all the way out in Saudi Arabia. What time is it over there for you? I have no clue what time it is, but I thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Weston, no, your dad's the best, Justin. Oh, Justin, apparently you got competition with Weston's dad. Okay. Profiler, why are we here on Earth? You think it must be more than what most of us are doing? Surely it can't be make money, read, eat, and sleep, surely. I don't know, dude. I think that's a subjective answer that you will get a different answer based off who you ask. I don't know. I just know I was born, and so I get one life, I get one chance. Might as well make the most of it while I'm here, because I don't get to keep anything. Everything all just gets like pushed back out, and it will be dispersed. So I don't know, dude. I don't have a necessarily a good answer for you. I'm still kind of working on that myself. Like up, you're good. Please connect with you guys. What's up? Saudi time check is 4:55 a.m. and That's crazy, dude. Why are you awake? Why are you awake? That is my question. You Ulysses, I don't know who that is, so I don't really have thoughts on him. I don't think yeah, I don't know who that guy is. Yeah, I got no idea. Aches, never got that before, bro. Weston, your dad is the best Justin ever. Interesting. Ugh. Like up, you woke up for a toilet break and just decided to hop on YouTube for it. That's hilarious, dude. That honestly, I think that's hilarious. That's and a little bit amazing. Yeah, that's why later back to sleep. Very nice. Carolyn, hello. Thank you for coming back to another stream. I appreciate it. Aches Aches has 3:57 a.m. Very interesting. Where are you from, sir? Or ma'am? I'm not sure. Let's see. Weston, it's 8:57 p.m. right now. Weston, we're in the same time zone. That's pretty cool. Where are you from? Let's see. Chongyun. You look like Han from Stray Kids. Interesting. I've gotten I have been told I look like a few different people from Stray Kids, and I don't understand it. I have never listened to Stray Kids, but apparently people say I look like them. I don't get it. I don't know why. Akez? Is it how do I pronounce your name? I'm so sorry. Is it Akez Aches? I would like if I can I'd like to pronounce it. Let's see. South Africa, that's awesome. Profiler, Alex, why are you awake? I was busy building a game. What's your excuse? Profiler, what game were you building? Let's see. Like up done. Connect to you, host. Interesting. Carolyn, thank you, sir. You're welcome. Random, you're from New York City. Very cool. Weston, you're from here. You're from the internet, apparently. Very nice. Forever. I don't know why you do that. Chonghyun, they are compliments and you have their face shape. Interesting. Okay. Kingston, hello. Uh, is it Akes? No. Ox? Aches? Akez? I'm sorry. You said second one, and I don't remember which one the second one was. I'm so sorry. Forever. What are you staring at? Aya, you're having your morning Nescaf now. How am I? I'm doing good, Aya. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully the you're feeling a little bit better. I think you said last time you were not feeling the best, but hey, hopefully you're getting over it if that was you. Like up, hello everyone. Nice to meet you all here. Nice to meet you as well. Like up. Forever, hey to when you bake a cake, decorate and take it to the players who are safe. That's how you know it's a cake at stake. Cake at stake. I don't know what that means. I didn't get it. Hawks profile I prefer not to say. Interesting. He doesn't want to tell us why he was awake. Why? Now I'm curious that because you don't want to say it. Zylia, hello. Kingston, you were there at my first live. Well, thanks, Kingston. How much has changed, would you say? Especially since the very first time I think the very first time I think I went live here on YouTube, I was at my stringing machine and just stringing away, and we probably had like Kingston was probably just you and one other guy. It was probably either like Chills or Ernest, I think. Those two were usually around in the beginning as well, but I haven't seen them as much recently. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Kingston. I remember. Forever Stairs, interesting. Weston's dying laughing. Aches. I'm going to assume it is aches. And if I'm wrong, please like digitally slap me across the face and then tell me and then say it correctly, please. Kingston, do I remember? Of course, buddy. Forever your asterisk? Interesting. Yeah, like there is no moderator. I'm the moderator. That is it. Yes, you're way better now. You took a lot of medicine. Thanks. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. That's always great. Kingston, your birthday's tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday, Kingston. That's awesome. Weston, your birthday's tomorrow too? Very cool. Ash, you're back. Welcome back. Ulysses, the snack that smiles back. Goldfish. Yeah, great jingle. Will always stay with me. Very good. Profiler, you're building a game, Zombies and Tower Defense on Roblox. You call it Call of Tower. Interesting. Why Roblox? Like happy birthday, Kingston. Very nice. Nope. Profiler, maybe he is aches like my body. Aches are like achy breaky heart. That's crazy. Yes, like aches and pains. Profiler, you from JHB. Interesting. The achy breaky heart reference, Profiler. That was an insane pool. Profiler knew it. He's awake because of the aches. That's crazy. Max, can Kirby come back? You forgive him. Kirby will make an appearance at some point tonight. Probably won't be right now. He usually likes to wait till closer to the end or something, but he should be here at some point. Threshold, I have no idea what that is, so I have not heard about it. Cotton, what's up? How are we doing? Higgs, you're awake because powder flew into your nose by accident. Oh. Well, that's weird. Weston, the fish that smells like toothpaste? What? threshold. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, so we're not going to talk about it. Max, can Kirby come back? You forgive him? He'll come back later. He will. Roblox has 110 million daily active users. That's crazy. Weston, Merry Christmas. It's too early for that, Weston. We can't be doing Christmas stuff right now or anything. We gotta get through. We gotta get through Thanksgiving first. Then we can do anything about Christmas. That is it. I need to get an Eevee plushie, Max. We'll see. Lila, I will not do ASMR. That is not my channel at all. Max, because you didn't press assault charges on Kirby. Well, that's good. Azinho? Hello, how are we doing? What interesting. UK lady, what's up? How are we doing? Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Weston, the fish that smiles back, toothpaste. Interesting. Exactly. Too early for Christmas. Very true. Azinho, where am I from? I'm from the U.S. That is where I'm from. Hicks-Con, some strange powder flew all the way from Mexico. That's pretty crazy, dude. I don't know how it flew all the way from Mexico to you, but the winds of change must have been upon that. Crazy. Profiler, oh no, X, you gotta stop that, man. Next thing you know, you're gonna be on a mattress with the rest of an empty house from... Interesting. Max, they're like $5. Max, they're like $5 at GameStop. Interesting. X. Profiler was at your house? That's crazy. Oy. Ow. Cool. Cool. Max, was I actually Willy Wonka in the movie? No, I was Willy Wonka in the production of in a musical. Well, in a musical version of that show, but I was not in the movie. No. Oh. Trait, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Laid it, bro. We don't, bro. This is not a place for political talks. If you want to do that, go on like Reddit or something. The original point here is to talk about tennis. So that's what the main focus is. And then if we all hang around and have fun, that's whatever. But politics, that ain't this place, man. I will be sorry to say, but you'll have to find a different comment section to be talking about that in. Profiler, any new conspiracies? Nah, dude, I don't really like know too many conspiracy theories. I don't really care that much. Ajax, what's good? What's up, man? How we doing? Jonah, yo, what's up, Jonah? Silk, you handled that matter well. Well, thanks, Silk. Appreciate it. I will not do a backflip. I am not trying to hurt myself. Mia, what's up? How we doing? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. No, it's all good, Aches. I just know that political talks can get very heated, and I don't want people coming in these comments getting like attacked or anything. So I'm just trying to keep it all chill, cool, and then that way we don't really have any fighting going on. We don't need to be doing that here. Let's see. Weston still with all the Christmas stuff. It's too early for that, Weston. Give it like a few more days and then full-fledged Christmas mode by all means. Profiler, your favorite tennis player was Lleyton Hewitt. Interesting. Why Lleyton Hewitt, man? Was it because he was able to beat Rafa, Roger, and Novak in one tournament, in the same tournament, back to back to back? Shampoo, help me come up with an excuse to your girlfriends to why you've been gone for so long, even though all you have done was watch YouTube shorts in the shower for 28 minutes now. Well, first off, why in the world are you watching YouTube shorts in the shower? That's crazy. I feel I wouldn't trust my phone not to get wet doing that. So I can't really say much about their shampoo. I think you just say all I can say is like good luck to you. Lease? Hey Brody, RF01 or RF01 Pro or RF01? To do what? Like I know you want to play with them, but kind of what's the goal you're trying to help with? Because the RF01 Pro is quite heavy and is arguably harder to use because of the weight of it. The regular RF01 is more balanced in terms of being able to help you with a little bit more, just because it's not as hard on the player it's not as demanding, meaning that the RF01 will give you a little bit more help, and if you hit outside the sweet spot, in either of those two, it's not a good time. But if you hit outside the sweet spot on the RF01 compared to the RF01 Pro, it's typically a little bit more forgiving for you, and it's just a little bit easier to maneuver and a little bit easier to do everything with. The RF01 Pro, you got to be on point all the time. You really cannot miss with that thing, and if you do miss even a little bit, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna know it, and it's potentially it could hurt. So if you would like to provide a little bit more context as to what you're trying to accomplish with these two, then I might be able to help you a little bit better, but I'd kind of need to know like where you're wanting to go with what you're wanting the rackets to help you with. Let's see. Miss Tierra, hello. How are we doing? Biak, cool shades, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bob, I have no idea what in the world you're trying to say, so I don't think I can help you with that, man. Lolbird shows the hairline. You're looking at it right now, all full grown. It is a little bit of a mess right now. That's why the hat is here, just to like tame it a little bit. Weston, make what? Let's see. Bob Kirby. I don't know what horse music you're talking about. Silk, the burning round of Generation Alpha is something also sad to discuss. That's an interesting statement, sir. I don't really like. I don't necessarily talk much or like have conversations with Gen Alpha just because I don't know anyone that I think is Gen Alpha. So I don't know, man. I've not had a discussion with someone that would be way I would be able to give an advice or like an answer to that. 3AV, you don't even wear shorts when you shower. I don't know. I don't think I know anyone that wears shorts when they shower. So I don't think you're alone. Profiler, let's go. And also he was in your tennis game on our 386. I don't know what you meant by that last half there, but okay. Weston, is that turkey? Yeah, that's better. For the next few days. Eggs, shorts in the shower is crazy. Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Bob, what are you talking about? Horse music. Monitoring. What is Chandler from Mr. Beast doing here? I don't know. That'd be pretty sick if he showed up, but I don't know, dude. Profiler. Then after Agassi, Sampras 2 fast service for you. Interesting. Oh. Sadamed, what's up, buddy? Did you get your steps in? I told you. If you tell me, I will hold that to you. Don't think you're getting away from me now that you said you want to do it. Zen, it is probably not, so would not do that. Does not sound like a good idea. Lee's coming from a Blade V9, which is arguably low powered for you, low on easy power. So coming from a Blade V9, the RFO1 is the way to go. As you've answered, thanks, man. Well, of course, man. Happy to help out. I would definitely say to demo the RFO1 before you actually buy it, just to make sure that way you actually even like how it feels and you like how it plays. Just because the RFO1, it does feel very different from the Blade. So I wouldn't want you to just buy the RFO1 and then be stuck with it if you just end up buying it. Because typically, once you play with a racket, even if you buy it brand new, as soon as it's played with or like taken out of the plastic, then you can't really return it. So just be safe if you can demo it, but if not, good luck to you. Hope it works out. Monitoring, that is way too many steps to do math right now that I am not going to do. Yes, Weston, those are better. Silk, you have a Hank Hill sincerity, which you appreciate. Well, thanks. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I didn't watch King of the Hill. Like, I know somewhat about Hank Hill. I know he sells a propane and propane parts. Booming. I don't know. I don't know Hank Hill's voice that well because I've never actually watched the show. I know he goes boo. That's about it. But I'll take it. Biak, What is my UTR? I don't know, dude. I don't play in like tournaments or anything to where I would actually know what that is for my level. I've never really cared to, so I don't know, man. That's a mystery even to me. Silk, I don't think that's just Gen Alpha. I think it's spreading to other generations as well, trying to chase a trend. Oregon? What's up? How are we doing? Max, I have to get an EV plushie. They're the best kind. I don't know, man. Max, if you're trying to do math, I would recommend using a calculator. That'll give you the answer. Lena, welcome back. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming back to another stream. Zender, I don't know what that means. Samik. Let's see. Samik, why am I wearing orange tinted glasses? Is it for eye sensitivity? So the glasses, they're orange tinted because these are blue light blocking glasses. They're not actually sunglasses. I've never tried wearing these out in the sun. But these, because I stare at my phone and I stare at my computer for hours, especially right before I go to bed, because that's when I do these streams, then I wear these so that way it stops the blue light from getting into my eyes and keep me awake every time I try to go to bed. So yeah, that is why I'm wearing them. I have found that they have helped me get better sleep. I don't have any data to prove that just because I don't have anything to track my sleep. But personally, I felt that they've done great. So I'm a big fan, personally. Oh, Black, what you're asking is, can I explain UTR? You've only heard the name. Let's see. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So, hold on. Where'd it go? Bayek. So basically what UTR is it stands for Universal Tennis Rating. So it's typically when you play tournaments, that gets you UTR points or ranking points. Now, the thing about it is, the more you win, obviously the higher your rank goes. This works for both singles, this works both for doubles, and just kind of like meshes out in any sanctioned, I believe, any sanctioned UTR event. So it's basically just a rating system for people to get an idea and understanding of how good a player actually is at tennis. I don't have the entire list memorized, but typically I think a 12 UTR and above, if you can go above. Like I said, I don't have the list in front of me. That's typically where you're seeing either a highest level college player or like beginning professional level play. So it just kind of depends. If you just type in UTR into Google or Safari, it should pop up with the United Tennis ratings, and then you can just click through their website. It should be able to tell you everything else, Bayek, just because since I don't really deal with it, or I don't really do anything with it, I don't necessarily like remember everything off the top of my head, but that website can give you a very like easy breakdown of what's going on with everything, I would say. Lieutenant, do a British accent, please. Why? Why do you want me to do a British accent? Sadamed, Do I want the truth or lie? I feel like you already know the answer, and I think you already answered the comment with the truth. We'll see. Obviously, I would want the truth. Dominator, no. No, you should not. Dominant, you haven't started yet because you felt exhausted when you woke up, and that's because you didn't sleep early. Well, Sadamit, here's the thing. No. you have to do it even with a messed up sleep schedule. Because if you try and wait until the sleep schedule's fixed, you're never going to do it. Because as soon as the sleep schedule gets, off again, you're just going to be like, oh no, I can't do it anymore. So you just have to do it regardless of how you feel. That's why it is a small commitment that you can do every single day, regardless of anything. You cannot use your sleep schedule as an excuse because you're just hurting yourself. So I would say, since you're watching this, I would assume you're probably watching this on your phone, maybe because it's a short, or it's in short format. Just start now. Just start walking and listening to me while you walk. You don't even have to look at me. I mean, you've seen where I'm at. You've seen me in this same room the whole time. I don't know. I don't really think anything's gonna change if you do start walking. So I'd say you might want to get going on that, buddy. Because you said this is what you wanted to do. And I'm going to hold you to it. So I won't let you get away with that. X, hey brother, how we doing? We're doing good, man. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Max, again, you want to do math, just use a calculator. It's a lot easier. Macy, my glasses are dope. Thank you. I appreciate it. Carson, forgive me, but can you help me understand what the issue with blue light is, please? Of course. So with blue light, usually what that does is when it gets into your eyes, and now granted, I want to preface all this by saying I am not a health expert or anything. This was told to me by my friend who is way more into health than me, so I'm regurgitating what I heard from him. So, and I'm probably paraphrasing. He could probably explain it a lot better, but I'm probably just regurgitating what he said. Anyway, what these do is that blue light, when you're looking at your phone, when you're looking at your computer, the light reflected off of the screen, that is blue light. When it gets into your eyes, it tells your brain and everything in there, it's like, oh, we need to be awake and we need to stay awake for quite a while. That's usually what the blue light does. And so it just kind of like throws off your circadian rhythm. The blue light blocking glasses, what they do is they essentially stop almost all, and I'll say almost because I don't know if it stops all of it, but it stops a lot of it, that you can that way you can just look at your computer screen, look at your phone screen, you can wear these and you have a much easier time protecting your circadian rhythm and protecting your sleep just by wearing them. So that is where that is what the issue with blue light can be. So like if you've ever been scrolling on your phone in your bed just because you're doom scrolling and you're trying to just look at reels but you don't want to go to bed and you're just like kind of doing the nothing. With blue light, that's what's keeping you awake, that's what's keeping you going. But if you wear these, it's a lot easier just like put the phone down, stop, get right to bed, and then actually get better sleep because you're able to get into a REM cycle of sleep or get REM sleep a lot easier since the light is not actually keeping your brain awake and stopping you from getting the much higher quality sleep. So that's what I would say. That is my regurgitation of what he told me. So I hope that explanation helped. Lena, yo, question, what's your favorite movie? Yours is probably Jungle Cruise. My favorite movie is probably The Shawshank Redemption. I'd say it's been like that for a while. And yeah, that is what I would say. Samick, I'm sorry I'm saying your name wrong. Please correct me. Dang, you work overtime as an engineer. I'm a buy one. Hey man, I really like them. I personally do. I think they're great. Bayek, you're welcome. I don't know what that is. Cotton, so it's a matchmaking ranking for tennis. Kind of, I would say. It just helps people understand that when they're playing against someone that is a similar level to them. Let's see. So Damed, I already talked about the sleep schedule thing. Don't think you're getting away with that. Excessive, hello, how are we doing? Felipe, you the boss. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Max, if you send a 25 times like combo gift thing, will you buy an EV? No, I will not buy an EV, Max. Zadia, hello. Weston, can I give you a house tour? No. No, I cannot. You will get this small view of my room, and that is it. Steven, yo bro, love your videos and all things tennis. Thank you, I appreciate that. What's my opinion on Signum Pro Tornado or any twisted strings? So I've not played with Signum Pro Tornado, so I can't speak to that one. But twisted strings I have played with, Vocal Cyclone Tour, Gamma Jet, that one was twisted, and maybe like one or two others here and there. The weird thing about twisted strings is that you do get a lot of spin from them, and they do play well. I personally think that it is said Vocal Cyclone Tour, even though it's twisted, is actually easier on the arm than Vocal Cyclone is, and it tends to be a little bit of an easier on the arm string than some other shaped polyesters, which I thought was really cool. Now, the thing about twisted polyesters though, is that because of the twist, you get good access to spin. So some people equate spin to control. So some will say you get good control out of it. I personally don't think that they were necessarily that powerful, but if you lower the tension enough, you can get the power and then use the spin to help you control it. So you can work around that. But I personally think that at times a twisted string, when you go to hit the ball, the string, because of the twist in it, it sometimes feel like the ball slips from where you actually are hitting it. So when you go to actually finish your stroke and to push or hit the ball against your opponent, it can at times feel like for me that the ball has moved on the string bed from where I wanted to hit it. And so it ends up and results in me not having the exact shot I wanted. That's something I've noticed with it. And so I don't necessarily prefer twisted strings for myself. I think it is going on. I think it would be something to try if you've never done one before. If you want to be a little bit easier on your arm, then I would probably do something like Vocal Cyclone Tour or even Witex Quadro Twist. That one does tend to work out well for people too, especially if they want a very, very soft on the arm polyester. So I think it's worth a try just for you to see what you think. But yeah, I don't necessarily use them too much, but they're there. And I think it's worth a try, especially because like Cyclone Tour is less than $10, I think, or like right around $10 USD. Might as well try it if you're curious. Hope that helps, Steven. Dominic, yo, who TF is this dude? My name is Brody Dominic. I talk about tennis. And when I'm not talking about tennis on YouTube, we just kind of hanging out and do whatever, man. That's it. That's all we doing, man. Weston, should you stay where you're at or go to your bed? Where are you at, Weston? Dino Taco, I look like Ian from Smosh. Interesting. I'm sorry, I don't know what language your name's in, but there's an option that decreases the blue light in your phone and computer. Yeah, you can. Yeah, on most phones. On most phones, well, at least on iPhones, you can turn on like grayscale mode. That will help decrease some of the blue light as well, just because it is limiting some of the colors that the phone will project. But yeah, you have a few ways you can get around it. What's up, Phoenix? How we doing? Dominic, where did I get my glasses? I got these off Amazon, and the brand is called THL Sleep. I just typed that into Amazon, and I put in like THL Sleep blue light blocking glasses, and this was the first thing that came up. I got the glasses, I got a carrying case, and then I got like a microfiber cloth to clean them with. And so for me, it's been one of the best 40 to 50 bucks I've ever spent. But that's where I got them from. If you search comfortably viewing, the option will show up. Very cool. Carson, oh, okay, thanks. But doesn't it feel uncomfortable seeing the world in red? No. You can still like tell colors and everything. Like it's not just that it's not just that everything is red. You can still pretty much see most of the colors. It's just you get like a different tint on everything. So I personally think it looks cool, but I know some people won't. But I prefer the benefits of just getting better sleep rather than that. Phoenix, you can't stay for long, but you just wanted to pop by and say hello. Well, thanks, Emily. I appreciate it. Let's see. Marcus, according to me, do looks matter or not? That I believe that is all dependent upon the person. So I think looks matter to everyone, and I think the question is just how much do looks matter to you, and then each person has their own preference from there. That's what I would say. Ano, you already spelled it. Why would you need me to spell it? Max, what if I can get 100 likes in the stream? No, Max. I'm not buying an Eevee plushie. Callan? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Your entertainment? Hi, like, done, bye. All right, straightforward to the point. Very cool. Kushal, what's up, man? Yeah, of course I remember you. You worked on Cats and Dr. Dolittle as a visual effects person. Of course I'm gonna remember you. That's awesome. How could I forget, Kushal? Like, I quite literally was just thinking about that today when I was at work. I was like, that's awesome that he did that. And it's so cool that he just popped up in my stream and was telling me. That's awesome. No, what's going on, man? How you doing? Jesse, what's going on here? So Jesse, basically what this whole stream is typically for is that I am here to help answer as many tennis gear related questions as I can, whether it be about tennis rackets, strings, shoes, or anything like that. However, sometimes the tennis talk takes to the back burner because not everyone wants to talk about tennis, and I completely get that. I understand. So then when that happens, we all just kind of hang out, have fun, talk about whatever. Eventually, we do sometimes go back to tennis. Sometimes we don't. But either way, we just all kind of like hang out, have fun, and do whatever, man. That's it. So we would love to have you if you feel like staying, Jesse. If not, I completely get it. And if you decide to swipe away, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I really do. But that's what we're doing here in this little corner of the internet. Smokey, I think you might want a little bit of a better reason than that. Just saying. Max, I don't know what you're thinking or what you're talking about at all. Let's see. Stefan, thanks, broski. Straightforward and to the point. As always, I appreciate it. Of course, man. If you got any more questions or anything, let me know. If I'll help out as much as I can. Murillo, all the way in Brazil. Very cool. Ocean, what's up? How we doing? HKN, love from India. Love from the US, HKN. That's awesome you're here. Weston, you're in a chair and you're trying to gauge whether you go from chair to bed. How comfortable is that chair, dude? Because sometimes chairs are better. I will admit, like, personally, I've sat in a few chairs that I would take over my bed, but that's just me. So it's up to you, dude. Amir, yes, I do have a computer. It is right here, slightly out of frame, but that's what this is. This is part of my computer. I'm using that to read the chats, so that way I know I'm behind in chats, but I'm going through all of them. Joji, you're back from Brazil. Nice. And yes, I'm still rocking the glasses. Lucas, you said something about Brazil, I think. I'm sorry, I don't know what the language is. Nor, what's up? How are we doing? Joji, you're in a rocking chair in Montana. Very nice. Sadamet, okay, you've got a point. The thing is, I can't start right now because it's 3:37 in the morning, but I promise I'll start the moment I wake up. Buddy. I hope you do. But Sadamet, if you don't, then I don't know if you really want to change. I hope you do, man. I hope you do, man. Only you can make that decision. But I hope you do. And then I hope you tell me about it tomorrow night. Or well, at some point. I don't know if necessarily you waiting just for me to stream is going to be the best thing cuz like you said, sleep is important. Weston, you have a paper cut in between your nails. Oh, that's not fun. Max, not even if I donate $20 to the stream. Max, why are you so dead set on me getting an Eevee plushie? Kushal, haha, cheers, mate. Cheers, man. Max, I appreciate the gems, but why are you so dead set on trying to get me to buy an Eevee plushie? Phoenix, I sound very New Yorker today. What does that even mean? What are you talking about? Joji, you know what? You're so tired. You have to go to Atlanta. Your dad needs a vacation for me. Sorry, I had a vacation, but I have to go to Atlanta. Tell your grandma you know how to, go to your, and you have to go to your grandma's? Interesting. Aya, well, you have a weird question. What's my opinion about a marriage of 15 years difference? It came to your mind all of a sudden? I feel like a 15-year marriage difference, what would you even talk about? like what would the two partners even talk about? Because they're in such different parts of their life, I would assume. I would just be curious how in the world that marriage A happened. Like how did the two people meet and just were like, yeah, this is gonna work. And then how would they go about it? I don't know how that would work. I would be curious to know just because I don't think I've ever met anyone in person that has that large of a gap. But I don't know, Aya. I don't know how that would go. Phoenix, you're gonna be kind of lurking today. You're giving yourself a tattoo, a henna tattoo. Don't worry, non-permanent. You're not 18. You're not 18. I would hope you're not giving yourself a tattoo, regardless of age. That sounds like a very like challenging and potentially well, permanent thing to do. So, yeah. Shampoo. Hey, is this the guy that talks about tennis? I am that guy, Shampoo. What's up? How we doing? Joji. Question for you. So your tennis racket wasn't working well and wasn't hitting the right thing, and so I need a better one. That's really fast. That could, like, I don't know what I'm looking for. The M25? What? Joji, when was the last time you had your racket restrung? Because that might just fix the problem if you liked your current racket and it just played bad one time. Weston, you're in a wooden chair? I mean, I don't know, dude. I personally would probably prefer my bed over a wooden chair, but that's just me. Loves all. Which exercise should be focused on most for beginners? Um, that I am not the person to ask. I will say, if you're asking about tennis rackets, strings, or shoes, or like tennis gear, I'm your guy. Tennis physicality and like tennis training, honestly, not my specialty, not my wheelhouse. So the basic ones I could say maybe would be like push-ups, and just because that way you're working both of your arms and you're getting a little bit more arm strength and upper body strength. That's all. That's the main thing I can tell you, but I'm not a coach. I'm not a coaching expert, so I don't really I can't really say too much there. Loves all. Sorry. Let's see. Official. Do I want to play Would You Rather? Um, I feel like that can get dangerous, so no. I don't necessarily know how well that's gonna go. Malaysia, hello. Blood fart. It's actually a chair upside down. It seats four. Oh, that's not that's not fun. Ugh. Max, because you need to get one. They're so adorable in this in the string. People would love it. Just ask if they would say, "Oh yeah, you need to get an Eevee plushie because you even said you love Pokemon." I don't need an Eevee plushie, sir. We have Kirby. Malaysia, do you know a country, Malaysia? I've heard of Malaysia. I've never been there, but I know about it. Simmons, what's up, man? How we doing? You finally played with the biphase. Nice. It took about 3 games to really be able to control it, but you like it so far. Guy that you play with camped at the net, so I didn't get long rallies. Excited to play again. Nice. Yeah, especially trying biphase for the first time. Like you found out, there's a little bit of a testing window just to like understand how biphase is, and then kind of like figure it out. But I'm excited for you to get some longer rallies with it, Simmons. It'll be very interesting. Blood, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Joji, it's in Portuguese. Rocker, it's city in Montana. Interesting. Oh, Phoenix, and that's just what we're doing here. All right, interesting. Different type. You thought my Apple Pen was a cigarette? No, that'd be crazy. Malaysia, you're just saying countries, okay? Chelsea, hello. How are we doing? Different. Some dude on the street gave you one free. You might want to throw it away then. If it was just some random dude on the street. Noir, hello. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Jaya, hello. Hello, Brody. Welcome. Brody's, welcome. Happy to see you here. Thank you. Amazing live stream. Thanks, Jaya. I appreciate it. Shampoo, I'm on the floor. Well, you're on a carpet on the floor, but you're still on the floor. Yeah. Hey, sometimes the floor just works better. Like, honestly, there's been plenty of times where I've just laid on the floor and it was just amazing. Gotta say. Tony, what's up, man? How we doing? Emily, you see Kirby? Yeah. He's back there. He always is. Haya, to be honest, that's your brother situation. It's a traditional marriage. You were thinking, you thought you're the only one saying that's not the best thing. So yes, you proved me wrong. I mean, I didn't say it wasn't the best thing. I just said I don't necessarily understand. Like, I think it would just be harder because it would be harder to relate to your partner because like I said, you're in such different areas and walks of life. So that's why I'm saying it would be like it would probably be a harder thing to do. Sadamed, by the way, you're curious, what do I do for work if I don't mind sharing? Sadamed, I work at a tennis retail store. That is my entire job and for right now. And then I also do YouTube here on the side. So that's about it, buddy. Nothing too much else. Mr. Rick, how are we doing? Thank you for being here. Tony, you put your iPhone on red mode for nighttime. Very nice. Joji, I think you're saying you have not got a new tennis racket in 4 years since you were in Iceland. Interesting. Max, Kirby needs a friend. He needs Easy. Eevee is. Well, no, technically that's Arceus, so. Come on, Max. You're trying to convince me on Pokemon lore, but you're saying Eevee is the god of all Pokemon? That's not even true. We need him in these streams. He would help so many people with. Interesting. Yulia? I hope I said that right. I hope I did. Hello? Thanks. You need comfier shoes for band camp next summer. Can I recommend any tennis shoes for that? So, Phoenix, here's the thing. Tennis court shoes, they're not designed typically for comfort. Like, you should not wear these for band camp ever. That is probably a very, very bad idea. Like, they'll help protect your ankle when you're marching, and they're great for that. But if you're going to be in them for hours and hours and hours, these are not the shoes for you. For that, I would probably say, me personally, I prefer shoes kind of like Ons, or some people prefer Hokas just because of how much cushioning is in a Hoka. An On is a little bit. An On still has good cushioning, but it's a little bit. it's a little bit stiffer. Hokas are very, very soft. So I would say one of those may work a little bit better, but a tennis court shoe, most likely not a good idea for band camp at all. We probably should not consider them. Just saying. The only reason I wear court shoes to walk around in is just because I've wore them for years and my foot has adjusted to it. Most people, they would get extremely uncomfortable within like an hour or two of just normal wear, and it's not a good time. Let's see. Joji, can I please put Kirby on the stream? Kirby will show up later. He'll probably be here at some point soon. Giorgio, dude, you gotta replace those ceiling tiles. They can make you sick. We're good, man. They're just old. There's no actual harm that's going to come from me from the tiles. They're not gonna fall on me. We'll be good. But I do appreciate the concern. Aya Noir again complimenting my good looks. Well, thank you for translating, Aya. I appreciate it. Max, an EV plushie brings the perfect mix of cuteness and adventure to your room. Take one home and you'll always have a little bundle of loyal, fluffy energy by your side. Where did you find that quote, Max? Joji, official noob, crazy. If you think about it, he can't play that dangerous game. You know what time you get injured yourself. What? What are you saying, Joji? Let's see. Sadamed, of course I want to change. You motivated me to do it, so I shouldn't disappoint you. I'll be waiting, Sadamed. I really will be. Aya, you want me to get Pikachu? No. Why Pikachu? Joji, yes, Dubai is not a country, it's a city. Malaysia was talking about cities and countries. See, I didn't see Dubai thrown in there. I just saw the country. I just saw the names of the countries. I didn't. I saw like 5 countries and just assumed he was only talking about countries. I did not see Dubai or anything like that in there. That's on me. See, Kingston, welcome back. Phoenix, oh, okay. You'll definitely look in the Hokas. Yeah. Hokas or Ons, those two I have had good luck with. Well, I've had good luck with Ons. Hokas myself, I personally thought they were there was too much cushioning in a Hoka, so to me it wasn't stable enough and I just didn't feel as comfortable in it. That's why I preferred Ons. But it's whatever you prefer, Phoenix, especially depending upon what surface you're going to be on for band camp. Because if you're on like blacktop, or if you're on grass or turf, it just depends. It just depends on what you're going to be on to how much cushion you would need. I would say. Joji, you know what? Shampoo, you slept on the floor. When? Joji, what are you talking about? Shampoo, where did I get those glasses from? You need them also. Listen to Max. Who's Max? Oh. Oh. Interesting, Shampoo. Wow, Max has heard me explain these glasses so much. He pretty much just said exactly what I was going to in the comment, Shampoo. So I also think he's very, very glad that you agreed with him on the EV plushie. Jonathan, welcome back. This is day 9 to show us the ceiling fan. Interesting. Weston, good night. Have a good night, Weston. Thank you for being here as always. Jonathan, the second one, you're stretching your eyes. Interesting. Max Shampoo, he got the glasses from Amazon. He just woke up, like glasses for, he just looked up glasses for phone, blue light protecting. They gave him like case and everything for like $50 and plus the glasses. Nice. Let's see. Diana was a stream. So Diana, typically what we do is we talk about tennis. We talk about tennis gear. So tennis rackets, strings, shoes, anything like that. But usually the tennis talk comes to an end for the most part at some point during the stream. We all just kind of hang out, have fun, and kind of do whatever. So yeah, that's why we're here. That's about it. Let's see. Phoenix, we're mostly on the grid, which is asphalt. Gotcha. Yeah. Hoka's may do well, or Ons. Those are the two brands that I would probably look into first, and then just kind of like go from there. Kingston, I am not going to download Roblox. So sorry. Lately you've been having sleep issues, and I guess somehow you let me know the reason, and you're thankful. Well, thanks. Maybe it is the reason. I'm not. We don't know, but if it is, now you know a little bit of a few ways to help out. Algui. Sup? What are y'all talking about? Right now, we're pretty much just talking about kind of whatever, and we're just kind of seeing where the conversation takes us, man. That's about it. Let's see. Well, Pikachu looks nice. That's it. You don't know any other. Gotcha. Okay. All good. Jonathan, can you give a tip to show the ceiling fan? No. I have to keep you in suspense of something, Jonathan. Farhat, I don't know what you said. Shampoo, do tennis ball cans exist IRL, or do you only see those in the movies? I would assume cannons, they might exist. I don't think I've ever seen one, but they might. I'm not sure. Tennis ball machines exist, like a ball machine does, and that will launch them. But I don't think I've ever seen a cannon, personally. Jonathan, Kirby's doing good. He's back at his post. And yeah. He'll make his appearance here soon, I believe. Sadamet, it was nice meeting you again. I need to go to sleep now. Have a great stream, and I hope you succeed in your journey. See you tomorrow. Well, thank you, Sadamet. Have a great sleep. And yeah. See you tomorrow. And you better have those steps done. I'll be waiting, sir. Farhat, no, I was not doing that. Weston, good night. Thank you for being here. Arthur, I don't know who that is. Max, where are you getting these quotes from? Jonathan, you're really addicted to the ceiling fan. Nice. Hey. Shampoo, you want to make some shish kebabs? If you want to make them, then make them. Like, what's stopping you? Jonathan, you really like ceilings? I guess you could call me a ceiling fan. A lighthearted conversation about ceilings and ceiling fans in the dad. Nice. Farhat, you're from Bangladesh, South Asia. Awesome. That's really cool. Thank you for being here. Charlie, oh, wow. This is the guy who wears glasses. I know, right? It's me, Charlie. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Max, you're making the quotes. Very nice. Interesting. Jonathan, you were just looking at your own ceiling. You're not sure if it's the best ceiling in the world, but it's definitely up there. All right. Shampoo, that was such a dad joke, the one about ceiling fans. It was a dad joke, but it was a pretty good dad joke. You gotta admit. He did a really good one there. Farhat, you're a boy of 24 years old. So am I, Farhat. We're the same age. Nice. All right, cool. So, it is time for my co-host to come out. For those who are new to the stream, I do have a co-host. You've heard him talked about, and he is about ready to make his appearance. So, I'm gonna go grab him right now. This, if you do not know, or you're new to the streams, this is co-host Kirby. So co-host Kirby is here to look at the chats, read some of them, see what he thinks, potentially respond by the time I get back, and just kind of like be co-hosting while I'm gone. So I will be right back. If you have any questions for me or for Kirby, please drop them in the chat. He will look at them, and then when we get back, we'll talk about them together. So, with that being said, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Were they nice to you, Kirby? Let's find out. Let's see. So, Kirby, as you can see. Let's see. Aya said, hey. Phoenix said hello to you. She said your name, Kirby. Shampoo said, yo, what's good, Kirby? How was your day? How was your day, Kirby? Yeah. Kirby said his day was just kind of uneventful. He was just kind of over in his spot all day, making sure nothing happened. That was about it. So he's just happy to be here, happy to have fun. Jonathan said hello to you, Kirby. Shampoo, Kirby, do you like tea? Yes, Kirby does like tea. Kirby likes everything. He's the opposite of me. He will eat any food, and I eat barely any food. That is the dynamic duo we have here. Kirby, Jonathan was asking how you've been. Kirby was good. He had a great time. He was getting he's getting a little bit sad. He was forgiven by Max, so he's even better now. So yeah. Jojo, you have a YouTube channel. Your channel is not really about tennis. advance to music sometime. It's sometimes about music. Nice. Farhat, Miss Universe Bangladesh. Are you saying you were Miss Universe, or are you saying Kirby is Miss Universe? Jonathan said Kirby. Jonathan said you're nice. Kirby. Phoenix said she loves you. Shampoo. They were so fun spinning Kirby around in the chair. You were spinning in my chair, and I didn't know, bro. How did you do that? Crazy. Have I seen? No. I have Farhats in another universe. Interesting. Jonathan, he needs to take the sword off. Nah, Kirby's not ever leaving his sword. That's his sword. Chef, we got Kirby back. Yep, Kirby came back. Joji, the best YouTuber in the world, Kirby. I mean, I gotta say, I got very lucky Kirby decided to be my co-host. I will say that. Jonathan, Kirby showed you the ceiling fan. Kirby? Dude! Why did you show Jonathan the ceiling fan? We're not supposed to show him that yet. We have to keep him guessing what it looks like. Come on, man. You're better than that. Farhat will not confirm nor deny what Aya said. Chef, we all know Kirby's the star of the show here. Just saying. Interesting. Adam, Kirby with a six-pack. Bro, Kirby's got everything. Max, you are not Kirby. I know I saw you change your profile picture, but you are not. You cannot replace Kirby. You may have forgiven him, but you cannot replace him. He should have a racket instead of that sword. He should. That'd be really cool. But I don't know if they. I don't know if Kirby. I don't know if there's a Kirby that comes with a tennis racket. That would be cool though. Jonathan, we got we got the sister of Kirby in the chat. Interesting. Zoe, can I ask why your glasses are orange/red? Yeah. So Zoe, my glasses are orange/red because these are blue light blocking glasses. They're designed to help me out to get better sleep because I'm staring at my phone and my computer for hours before I go to bed after doing these streams. So it just helps me fall asleep easier and get better sleep. That's why they're blue and red. 2313. No, because I have no idea how to pronounce that. And Brady is not my name. So I don't know who you're talking to. Lighter, what's up? How we doing? Axton, I have no idea. Couldn't really tell you. Jonathan, yes. Phoenix, you feel so safe with Kirby here. Very good, very cool, very good. Farhat, Bangladesh, South Asia. Do you know about Bangladesh? Everyone. Don't be worried about your question, please. I do not know a lot about Bangladesh, Farhat. I don't really know anything about it. Lighter wants the ceiling fan reveal too. Interesting. Kirby, they were very nice to me. I'm happy forgave me because I wanted him to see the ceiling fan. Interesting. Jonathan, you say the ceiling fan's color was black and there were a bit of golden pieces. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that's cute argument. What are you in reference to? Farhat Paraffin is dull. What? Yes, Kirby. Interesting. Chef, Kirby's built like a tank for real. Yeah, Kirby's built, bruh. Let's see. Joji, yes, Kirby does. Kirby likes ice cream. What's his favorite ice cream? Is it strawberry? Because he's a pink chocolate, or is it vanilla, or is it cookies, creams, or pistachio? I don't know. Kirby just eats all ice cream. I don't think he has a favorite. He just wants food. Because Kirby eats everything. He's like the exact opposite of me. Chef, why is Kirby always scowling at you? I don't know, man. He's just always on alert. That's it. Farhat, everyone should say first where they are from. We should know it. Farhat, I'm from the U.S. That is where I'm from. And Ranjit or Ranji, that also answers your question too. Ha! 2 for 1. Very nice. Chef, Kirby definitely is looking for a fight with you right now, and you're scared. Kirby's not looking to fight anyone. He's just intimidating people so that way they don't try and fight. That's why. Shampoo's telling Kirby to keep the office chair spinning gig on a low. All right, you. We'll see. I'll have to keep my eye on you. Joji says, Kirby, you're his favorite character in all of the games. You were a good character in your games too. He played all your games on the Nintendo 6. What? I think you mean the Nintendo 64 because that had a lot of Kirby games. Did you have any games on the Nintendo 64, dude? I don't know if you did. Farhat, Bangladesh loves the U.S. Interesting. Don, yo, what's up? Kinza, how are we doing? When you got mad at Kirby showing the ceiling fan. I know, he can't be doing that. We got to keep people in suspense. Kirby, Kinza says it's good to see you. He says it's good to see you too, Kinza. And everyone. Interesting, Max. You changed your name from Max to Kirby, so all right. Weston, good night. Farhat, India and Myanmar are the most closest neighbors of Bangladesh because they have borders. Okay. Farhat, it's 9:18 a.m. right now for you. That is crazy, dude. It is 10:20 p.m. for me right now. James, I have to say I do not remember you telling me there was a roach on my wall yesterday. So sorry to tell you. See. Phoenix is excited to see Kinza, as always. Kinza, yep, today is a lucky day. Kirby made a longer appearance than usual on the live stream. Yep, Kirby's still here. He's still going. He did show up. Huh? Let's see. Kinza, hello, Phoenix. How are you? Yeah. Pretty cool, guys. Shampoo, you have a 7-hour road trip tomorrow? To where? That kind of sounds awful. Not gonna lie. But where are you going for 7 hours? Joji, Kirby, you're the best. You're the best thing. Keep it up, Kirby. Yeah, Kirby, keep it up. Joji believes in you. Taters, Rainbow, hello. Well, good night, Brody and Kirby. I guess I should start preparing for your studies. I mean, it's probably a good idea, Aya. Honestly, it probably is. Rather than hanging out here with Kirby and me, studies are kind of important. Phoenix, dude, your leg hurts. You've been in the same position for like 30 minutes. Then get up and walk somewhere. Loop, I believe you're talking to Kirby, and he appreciates the compliment. He really does. Max, I like how you changed to buy an Eevee plush. Very, very cool. Rocio, what's up? How are you? It's been a while since you've been here. What's going on? But no, Shampoo, you're going all the way to Ontario? Why? That's crazy. James, I was wearing a Pikachu hat? No, I wasn't. I don't own a Pikachu hat. Shampoo, all you had to do was turn over a couple times and now your back feels the same as it did before. What does that even mean? I'm confused. Phoenix, yeah, but then I might mess it up and you'll be so sad if you do. Well, you kind of have to make that choice, Phoenix. Do you give up on the fake tattoo, or do you try and stick it out? Max, I will not buy an Eevee plushie. I'm not doing it. Come on, it's a very awesome hour with you guys. It's never a wasted time, but you have a specific schedule. That's it. Well, yeah, and we appreciate you being here, Aya. We really do. But you gotta do what's gonna move your life forward first. And if that's not being here, that's not being here. Go do what you need to do, girl. Joji, Kirby, you've been through so much. Joji has played all your games, even in tough times. Kirby, you never left Joji, and he wants to say thank you, Kirby. He loves you. His mom and dad got divorced 3 days ago, and Kirby has been there with him all throughout everything. You've made a difference in Joji's life, Kirby. You're doing good things, and he loves you. Say it back. Kirby says he loves you. Phoenix Plus, you're so close to being done. Give you like 20 minutes. You'll tough it out. This is the first time. Girl. Good luck. Rocio, is it cold there? You mean in Indiana? It's starting to get cold. Apparently, this weekend we're supposed to get snow again. So that'll be interesting if it actually happens. But we shall see. I am very, very interested to see if that's actually going to happen. If it does, great. If not, then we're going to be chilling either way. Literally and figuratively. Shampoo, you're recovering from a head cold. That sucks. You're recovering from a head cold and you have to go on a 7-hour road trip to Ontario? No offense, but that sounds kind of awful. That sounds like a bad combination. It's just that's my take on it. Keenza, Kirby, this is for you. Keenza saying she loves you, Kirby. You're the boss and you know it. Are you the boss? Are you the boss, bro? See, Kirby just shook his head. Yeah, okay. I guess this is Kirby's show and I'm just here as the backup. Phoenix snow stream? I don't know about that, but I don't really know how that would go, especially with my phone being out in the cold and my computer. I don't know how well those two things would mix. Maybe. We'll see. Probably also depends on how many on how much snow it actually shows up, if it does. But also, no, I don't think I'd be able to because it would get dark out by the time I would actually be able to get to the snow. Shampoo, he knows it's his dream. That's right. Interesting. Kiza, you know, Ray Kirby's the boss. Well, great. Uncle, I don't know what you're talking about. Joji, you're going to get Vortex, Hannah Montana. It's going to be really cold. Good luck, Joji. Rocio, here today at your place. It was nice. It was 77 degrees. Yeah, it was not 77 degrees here. We were, I think, in like the 40s. Maybe we dipped into the 50s a little bit when the sun was actually out, but I'm pretty sure we were in the 40s all day. That is what I think we were at here where I live. But down in Argentina, Rocio, 77 probably is normal for this time of year. Phoenix, dude, we get snow like every once in a blue moon. Yeah. We get snow I think at least like once a year. It's almost never on actually like Christmas anymore. It had been for a few years in a row, which was always amazing. Like just a snow on Christmas was always a great time, but it has not happened recently, so not sure. Buy an EV. If you get that many likes on this video and I get to 50,000 subscribers by January 1st, will I buy an EV plushie then? Yes. If that happens, if those two things happen, Max, then I will buy an EV plushie. But both of those two things have to happen. You can't have just one or the other. Joji, all right, you're going off to get some dinner. Very nice. Preston, what's up? How are we doing? Shampoo, it's 44 degrees outside. Dang. That's rough. It's probably the same. It's probably the same close to me too. That would be my guess. I have not checked the weather recently though. James, nice shades. Thank you. I appreciate it. Kushal, it just started snowing in Calgary today. Bro, that's crazy. Kushal, I honestly didn't know if you were still here, but that's pretty crazy. It's just started snowing today for you. That's insane. Kepper, Baba Booey. Nice. Preston, things going pretty good for you. Very nice, very nice. That's what we like to hear, buddy. Phoenix, you sent that first message, and I was just like, you choked on sweet tea, and my first thought was, I really hope you did not just mess up right at the end of the tattoo. But you at least finished with it, so you're good. Hopefully. Very nice. Shampoo, actually, it's 50 degrees for you. You've got a rainy weather coming up ahead, and you've got a low of 48 degrees. Interesting. All right. Kinza, you're curious why is Kirby getting a lot of screen time today? Is today something special? No. Kirby was co-hosting by himself for a little bit, a little while ago, so because of that, he's just kind of here, and so he's just kind of hanging out. Nothing else. My nose has been running the past few days, and I do not appreciate it. Ugh. No, that's not good. That's blood. Not fun. Let's see. Kushal, transit is slow today. Gotta leave for your night shift soon. Dude, that's crazy. What are you doing for a night shift job, Kushal? Oh, you work at Walmart in the dairy frozen department? Very nice. See, the thing about Walmart and me is the fact that there was at one point, uh, there was one point I applied to work at Walmart, and this was after I had graduated college. I applied to work at Walmart. I really did, and I applied just for like a basic job, not necessarily anything big or anything, just something that was open. And I never heard back. And I was like, that's crazy to me that even Walmart wouldn't even give me like a text or a call back. And I was like, how in the world does that happen? But I don't know, man. That you saying that, Kushal, that you worked at Walmart, that just brought that back to me. I was like, oh yeah, that happened at one point. Let's see. Loves all. Does tennis rackets have different kinds of handles for better grip? Yes, they do. They have different sizes of grips, and then almost every every tennis racket company, the way they make the handle is slightly different. So some people like the feeling of. Some people tend to like different brands' handles better. So it just kind of depends on what your preference is, but they do make different sizes to fit people's hands, as well as they do make different shapes. So that way, whatever you prefer, you can actually find. Let's see. Shampoo cow hosting? What is that? Garcia, yeah, you are almost in summer, and since today is a holy day here, You spent the day with some friends in the hot springs. Girl, that probably was great. That was probably a fun time, and it was probably like an amazing thing. I've never been in a hot spring. It sounds like it's a good time from everything I've heard about it. So, congratulations on being able to do that. Sounds quite nice. Ow. Heather, am I feeling okay? Typically, yes. I just noticed that when I was wiping my nose with that tissue, that there was a little bit of blood in one of my nostrils. So I was like, oh, that's not good. So I just kind of like kept it there for a little bit to make sure I don't start getting a nosebleed or anything on like Kirby or something, because that would not be good. He would use that sword on me in ways I would not appreciate. And so yeah, that's it. That's all we were doing. Let's see. Zeppelton, I do not. Kushal, yep, you were Walmart. Okay. Kinza, oh, that's awesome. I'm sure Kirby is loving all the attention and love. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is, Kinza. Take care, though. Thank you for being here as always, Kinza. We appreciate it. I know Kirby does. He loves seeing you, especially because you're one of his biggest fans. So yeah, thank you for being here as always. Phoenix, you forgot to finish your mac and cheese because you got distracted by the tattoo. That is crazy. Guess you gotta finish it now. Kushal, you need referrals mostly everyone you know had to get recommendations from people already working. That's crazy, dude. That's how Walmart works. Crazy, man. But makes sense as to why I never heard anything back then, all those years ago. I still can't believe that though. Crazy. Kinza, get well soon. Get well soon. You think I should have some soup? I will feel better. I don't know. I'm not actually sick or anything as far as I can feel. So I think I'm good, but I've also just I don't think I've ever had soup, so I've been sick before without it. I'll make it through without any. Phoenix, yeah, you're gonna go eat. You'll be back. Very nice. Very cool. Shampoo, why are you referring to yourself in the third person? Rocio was very relaxing. Nice. Hold on. Rocio, this is going to be a weird question, but are hot springs in Argentina kind of the same as they are with like hot springs in Japan I think it's like custom or like almost a requirement for the hot spring to where you are not allowed to actually wear clothing in the hot spring because it kind of like ruins or messes with the actual hot spring itself. Because I know some places in Japan they have rules against actually wearing clothing into the hot spring. Is it the same thing in Argentina where you went, or are you guys allowed to wear like bathing suits or anything like that? Kushal, mostly Walmart is part-time for me. You're working on a professional animated project on the side for my portfolio. Nice, Kushal. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to see it. Lucas, Poland respects me. Well, thanks, Lucas. I'm going to assume you are from Poland, but that's awesome, man. I appreciate it. If a country respects me, I think I'm doing something pretty cool, pretty all right. shook my entire desk. That was crazy. All right. Shampoo for speaking in the third person. Yeah, why were you speaking in the third person? That was my question. Jessica, hello. Welcome back. How are you? Shampoo because you can. Fair enough. Respect. Jessica, you're good. How am I? I'm doing pretty good too. Myself and Kirby, we're just kind of hanging out, having fun, talking to the guests on the live stream, just having a grand old time. But yeah, Kirby here. I wouldn't necessarily call him a teddy bear, but he is stuffed. I can say that. Kushal, the hot springs in Canada allow bathing suits. Interesting. Okay. See, that's why I'm trying to like figure out if it's like a cultural thing for Japan to where they don't allow bathing suits or anything. So that's okay. No, in Argentina you have to wear a bathing suit. Interesting. Okay. What's going on with Japan? That's crazy. All right, cool. Thank you for the information, you two. I don't know how this will ever be relevant to me again, but I was curious, so thank you. Jessica, so is that the character off of, I'm going to assume, Nintendo 64? See, I honestly don't know if Kirby has a Nintendo 64. I don't know if Kirby has a Nintendo 64 game. I know he has some older games on some of the older consoles, but I don't know if he actually had any on the N64 itself. That I would have to look up, but yes, it is Kirby from Nintendo. Hopefully Nintendo doesn't get mad at me and try and like take this down because Kirby's my co-host. That would not be fun. That would not be cool. But if you guys see that my channel disappears, you know what happens. Christian Borle is your wife. Hello. My glasses are fire. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I gotta say, Christian Borle is my favorite Broadway actor that I have seen. I've not got to see him live, but he's hilarious. He's amazing, and I think your name being a reference to him, very cool, very fun. I think that's hilarious. Christian Borle? What was your favorite role Christian Borle played that you listened to or got to see? Hopefully they're still here. Let's see. Kushal, your project is about an Indian historical naval commander from the 17th century. It's got ships, swords, cannons, and all the cool stuff. Yeah, that sounds about all the cool stuffs. So, Kushal, as you're working on it, or like once it's done, let me know so I can see it. I would like to see all the cool stuffs. That sounds fun. Leon, Kirby, yes, Kirby. Shampoo, Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. There we go. That's probably Kirby's game. Kirby. Yep. There we go. Kirby does have a N64 game. Very cool. Leon, the ThinkPad reminds you of one of the memes on the internet. Which one? I didn't know there was a meme about Lenovo ThinkPads. Rosia, you didn't know Japan does that. It's weird. Yeah, I'm almost certain that like most of the hot springs in Japan are like they're not optional. You cannot wear a bathing suit. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. So I don't know why, but yeah, that's just what I had heard. So I wanted to see if that was like true throughout the rest of the world too. Kushal, sure, it's a long way to go, but still in the storyboard phase. Nice, nice. Let me know how it keeps going, bro. How it keeps going, bro. Let's see. Christian, you never got to see him live, but you loved him in Legally Blonde. Yeah, him as Emmett, he did a very nice job with that. I personally have to say, I think my favorite role, I never got to see him live either. I really want to, so I hope he does another show that I can make it to New York for to actually see him in person. But I'd say probably my favorite role I've heard him in. Actually, there's two. One of them is William Shakespeare in Something Rotten. I think that one's probably my favorite just because that's hearing him do that character, that has kind of made that role my dream role to play. I think that would be so much fun and so amazing to do. And then the second big role for him that I really liked was actually Marvin in Falsettos. And the thing is, the very first time I watched or listened to Falsettos, did not like Marvin at all. And then I watched it one more time and I actually like paid more attention to his side of the story. And I was like, oh, there was a lot more here I did not realize. But yeah. William Shakespeare and Marvin. William Shakespeare from Something Rotten and Marvin from Falsettos. Amazing performance by him. And if I could see those live, that would be awesome. I know I won't be able to, but it would have been really cool. Yeah. Hopefully he does another show here soon, and I'll get to see him in that. He's one I would like to really see perform live before they retire, just to say I did. Jessica, so how is your guest co-host today, Kirby, today? Kirby's doing pretty good. He's a little bit of an attention hog, so he's been loving all the limelight he's been getting today, and he's just been eating it up. He absolutely adores it. But yeah, other than that, he's been good. It was a little bit more of an uneventful day for him. He was just kind of on his normal perch, where he usually just kind of like sits and stands. But yeah, he's having a great time. Mr. Hotspot, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Mingo, I'm so sorry. I don't speak Spanish, so I do not know what you said. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Saro Johnny? Sarojini? I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Please tell me how to pronounce it correctly. But hello, how are you? Thanks for being here. Mac, what's up? How we doing? You're from Sri Lanka. Very cool. What are you doing here? Like, what time is it? What time is it over in Sri Lanka? Recently, he was on Broadway for Has Been Hotel like a few weeks ago. You think they sung songs from the show and from the new season? Interesting. Yeah, but that's not Has Been Hotel isn't really a musical on Broadway though. They were just singing songs from the show. I want to see him perform. Like I just want to see Christian Borle what Christian Borle does best. That's what I want to see. Mingo, oh, don't worry. Thanks, Mingo. Jessica, take care. Talk again soon. Bye, Jessica. Thanks for being here. Kirby's waving bye too. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. And we'll talk again soon. Sarojini is 9:21 a.m. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. Shampoo in onsen the spree? What? Nikito, you're here to get back you're here to get your plushie back. This is mine. This is my Kirby. You have your own Kirby, thank you. Sarojini, the now time. For me, the time is 10:53 p.m. So we're getting close to midnight. I'm from the U.S. Hi. Let's see. Mingo, you don't know English either. See, you're doing better than I would be trying to speak your language, Mingo. So good on you. Emma? No, Erna. Yeah, I think. Hopefully I said it right. Erna. Hi from Norway. That's really cool. Norway. Thank you for being here, Erna. That's awesome. What are you doing here? What time is it in Norway? Like how early or late is it for you all? Let's see. Nikita, that's you. You think this is your Kirby and that I stole it? No. I did not take your Kirby. This is my Kirby. Look at him, sad and mad. Nah. Kirby's just always alert. He's always on point. He's always got to be able to defend everything with his tiny sword. 13, what's up, glasses man? What's up? How we doing? Sir Johnny, woo. Paul, I cannot do a backflip. I would like to not hurt myself. 13, what's my background slash ethnicity? Born and raised in the U.S. and ethnicity, as you can probably tell from the paleness of my skin, white and Caucasian. That is my ethnicity. I don't think I got anything else in me. So that's about all I know. So Johnny, do you want me to travel to Sri Lanka? Is that what you're saying? $13. I know, right? I thought it was funny.
Not much here. Just your basic average white guy.
Akito, where is that? What? FF, what clip? IHOP, welcome back. You've been here before. I remember you. Paul, people only talk by color and looks here, but if I go to the US, you don't know if you would be Latino or black. That's an interesting case there, Paul. I'm not going to be able to help you there, buddy. I can't say it. I can't say anything. If I tried saying anything, I'd probably get in trouble. So you might just have to pop over to the US and kind of find out for yourself. Makita, by the way, thank you for following me back. Of course. Is a new day. Yeah. Christian. Oh, in that case, the last time he was on Broadway acting was on Tammy Faye. He actually played the role that co-star from Falsetto's Andrew Reynolds played on the show. Interesting. See, I did not know he did Tammy Faye or anything. See, I thought the last time that he was on Broadway was for Some Like It Hot. I thought that was the last time he was on there, and then right before that it was Little Shop of Horrors off Broadway. I thought, but if he did Tammy Faye, interesting. Yeah, Andrew Reynolds, also, my opinion, very talented, very great, very funny too, especially originating the role of Elder Price in the Book of Mormon. Absolutely hilarious. Book of Mormon, hilarious musical. My opinion. Mingo, well, goodbye. I don't understand anything. Bye. Bye, Mingo. I'm sorry I don't speak your language, but I appreciate you being here. It means a lot for the time you were. Shampoo in Onsest, the springs are traditionally bathed in for their warmth and comfort. However, in order to maintain the springs, visitors who wish to do so must remove their clothes before bathing. Gotcha. Thanks, Shampoo. 13, come visit Saudi Arabia. Riyadh season is popping. I don't know what that means, but I cannot go visit any country right now because I do not have my passport. So I will not be able to get out there anytime soon. Tony, Puma Rackets, BB, Slazenger, get my passport. Get my passport. Why do I need to get my passport, Tony? I'm already in the U.S. You're already in the U.S. We already know we're going to play tennis at some point. Why do I need my passport, Tony? Slazenger. I play with a Slazenger. I don't think I've actually played with a Slazenger racket. Ah, my hat. To explore the world, man. The world is yours. Interesting. Go visit it. I think that's a Tony. I also think that's a little. I also think that's a little ironic coming from you, since you work on airplanes and you can just travel wherever you want, whenever you want. Yeah. But yeah, the funny thing is about my passport, I actually have the form in my room right now to go get my passport renewed, or like to get my new one started. I actually have the form just sitting in my room. I just have not done anything with it because the last time, the somewhat of a last time that I was going to go get my passport, the only reason was because my mom was thinking about planning a trip, but that we think is kind of falling through. So now I'm just like, well, I don't necessarily need it, but we'll see. But yeah, quite literally, the form is sitting right on the other side of my room, just like waiting for me to fill it out and take it to get everything progressing. Let's see. 13 to explore the world, man. Tony, the world is yours. Interesting. Nikito, the Hornbill Festival is coming again. Come let me sponsor you. Every year there's a lot of foreigners from around the world. Some from the US even appeared on news TV for winning a bamboo race. What is the Hornbill Festival? Is an annual 10-day celebration in India held from December 1st to the 10th at the Kisama Heritage Village near Kohima. Interesting. Why? Go visit it. Interesting. Christian Borle. Oh yeah, I think he was on the show November 14th of last year. He might have been. I don't remember exactly how long the show ran, but I know it wasn't extremely long. Tony, so can you? It's not that easy sometimes, but yeah, it's doable. Interesting. Let's see. 13, Thailand and Indonesia are beautiful. Interesting. Ceiling fan. Okay. It's fine. It's time. Ceiling fan, you wouldn't happen to be Jonathan, would you? And you just switched your name or something like that? Tony, the plane's coming. You've been in Varansai for a month, went down to GOA 2, later skater. See you, Tony. Thanks for being here. As always, I appreciate it. Sarojani, what the working? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. The question 2056, you changed from the Prestige to the Blade 98, bro. More free power. Yeah, man. that definitely is going to be a lot more free power than a Prestige. Honestly, almost anything would be, if I'm not mistaken. Prestige just does not have power to it almost at all. Ceiling fan, correct. You are Jonathan. That's what I figured, man. You have a pic of my ceiling, of what my ceiling looks like. No. No, you do not, Jonathan. It's not that. Preston, welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Brody, why don't you react to videos or music to make the stream lively? The reason for that is I don't have a good way to actually like show what I would be reacting to. B 13 is the fact that the original point of this stream is for me to help answer tennis gear related questions as much as possible. That's why I'm here, and that's kind of like the whole shtick of my channel is tennis gear. But the tennis talk eventually subsides, and we all just kind of like just hang out and talk about whatever. And that's kind of what we've been doing majority for all of this stream, and that's kind of where what you came into. But if I started doing other stuff like music videos or reacting to things, then it kind of takes away from the tennis because I might miss a comment or something about it, and I don't want to run that risk just because I would rather focus on tennis and being able to help there than anything else. But that's just how I see it, and that's why I kind of just do the streams as I do them. Question: Head has to modernize the Prestige. It can't keep up with modern times. Yeah, man, it's crazy. With how the game has changed with the Prestige, I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know if it's necessarily going to stay around too much longer, even if they try to modernize it. I don't know. It's an interesting concept, but I think Head has way too many racket lines, and if they have to cut one, I would think it would be the Prestige, just because they already have 2 control rackets already, not counting it being the Radical and the Gravity. And so by having the Prestige, it's just kind of like, really, it's just there just for the one person that will ask for a Prestige in once every year or something. It's not doing a lot. And Head, I think, knows that because they didn't make too many versions of it either. That's why it's like, I don't know how much longer the Prestige is going to be around. I may be wrong, but my guess would be I don't think it's going to be around much longer. Just because the game has changed so much from when the Prestige was actually viable. Let's see. Jonathan, no? Oh, come on. You need to tell me how it looks. Nah, Jonathan, I gotta keep you in suspense, bro. Shampoo, sorry you were stuck at the beginning of the stream waiting for me to reply. Can you say that again? What was I supposed to reply to, Shampoo? I'm pretty sure when I was going through, I replied to everything. I just don't know which comment you are referring to that I need to reply to. If you could say it again, I can reply. Aroop, what's up? How are we doing? 13. Oh, I did not realize this was a tennis channel. Interesting. Yeah, man. That's kind of my shtick. Tennis gear and like tennis rackets, shoes, strings, anything like that. That's my wheelhouse. The streams I just do because I'm here to help out and answer as many questions as I can face to face. This is a little bit easier than just trying to do it through a comment section on a video, because I can sometimes lose those comments, like not know where they're at and sometimes just forget. Here on stream, it's a lot easier for me to just like see it and be like, okay, let's talk. And then it's more immediate feedback for both myself and the person that I'm trying to help. But also, I do these streams because I made the commitment to myself to stream for at least 13 minutes a day. Not 13, for at least 30 minutes a day every day for the rest of the year of 2025. And so that is why we do the streams and we have fun. We have a great time, 13. But yeah, we are, in fact, a tennis channel. But the streams don't always talk about tennis just because sometimes people just don't have questions about tennis. So we just kind of hang out, have a great time. I mean, Kirby even shows up, which you'd never see that in a tennis video. But yeah, we got Kirby here on the live streams. We just have a wonderful time. And that's it. That's why we're here. So now Kirby's going to go over there. And yeah. There we go. Let's see. Cole, Sabrina Carpenter, or Madison Beer. I do not listen to either of them, so I don't have a preference. Question, no, I will not ban Ceiling Fan. Jonathan is pretty great. He's just having fun. Arup. Let's see, hold on. Jonathan, that Ceiling Fan is the one you saw in the video, not the one you have not seen. Kirby said it was a Black Ceiling Fan, but you'd already seen that one. Let's see. Arup, you feel like the Wilson is going to be overshadowed? All are talking about the Arrow, Iza, and T fight. I think that Wilson is getting overshadowed right now because they don't have a highly competitive spin racket. That's where I think they're getting overshadowed. The Blade, I think is always going to be a top seller. Like, you will almost never get rid of the Blade. That will almost always be a constant. But the Pure Arrow, the only one they're really talking about is the Pure 98, and then it's the Ezo 98 or the 100. And then the T-Fight, usually it's the 305S, so some people like it, some people don't. I don't think the Blade's going to go away, but I do agree that Wilson is going to be overshadowed right now because they do not have a highly competitive spin racket, especially comparing to the Babolat Pure Arrow, the Yonex V-Core, and even the Head Extreme. The Head Extremes do better than the Wilson Shift, so yeah. Yeah, question. Blade will never be overshadowed. I don't think it will, at least not right now. So, Blade's always going to be there. Jonathan, wait, actually? Oh, no. Yeah, Jonathan. The Ceiling Fan, it's right over there. That's the one you saw in the video about Technofiber rackets. The Ceiling Fan you have not seen does not look anything like what your profile picture is. Valcron, US. Yeah, man. That's where I'm from. Tony, E-Zone Tour 98 2022. Tony, just stick with your Diadem rackets and play with those. Shampoo, you're just laughing.
Jonathan, what are you talking about? Go downstairs and see a peek. I'm in my room. What do you mean? You think there's stairs in my room? Let's see. Diraj? Yeah. I hope I said that right. Thank you for the compliment about the glasses. I appreciate it. No, Jonathan, I have 2 ceiling fans in my room. You've only seen the one. There's another one that's hiding. Yeah, Tony. Just stay with your diadems. I know you want to play with everything. I do too. But you like your diadems. So you might as well stick with them at least for a little bit. Tony, you want to see the front yard and the neighborhood? Do it. Well, here's the thing. I don't live in a neighborhood. I live in the middle of nowhere. So like there is one house next to mine, and then there's technically one other house, but you don't even see it. So this is not a neighborhood type of place. We live out in the boondocks of Indiana. So yeah, not necessarily too many things to look at. The front yard, uh, the front yard, I will say, is big. I cannot show you because it is dark and you would not be able to see anything. And I'm not going to just absolutely give away my location. I don't necessarily need to get swatted or anything. That would not be fun. Me and me. What's up? How are we doing? Jonathan Indiana Jones. I am I am not Indiana Jones. I am not him. The only similarity is that I live in Indiana and his name is Indiana. That is it. Let's see. Shampoo. Shampoo can tell there's amusement about ceiling fans, Kirby, and Eevee plushies. Yeah, you would be correct in that statement, Shampoo. Arup, you're confused about the Jelrez 10 and the Court FF3 Novak. What is the confusion, sir? What are you confused about with them? Jonathan, let's see a sneak peek. Let's see a peek of that. No. No. Tony, we want answers. Dude, we're not in your state and your front yard won't give away your location. I don't know, Tony. It's a pretty big front yard. There's a very noticeable thing that will potentially be able to be seen, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow we don't do the stream at night. We do the stream in like the middle of the day because then it'll be daylight and I could actually show off the front yard. Who knows? Because where I'm at, when I normally do these streams, it's pitch black outside. And then I can't do it. And then I couldn't show you anything anyway. Let's see. Ceiling fan, Jonathan, unless give him money? What do you mean, give me money? Taquito, what's up? How are we doing? Shampoo. Shampoo, perhaps you'll draw yourself on my lawn. I mean, you could. I don't know why you would though, but you could. See, Jonathan, $40 for an outdoor review, especially at nighttime. If it's nighttime, you won't be able to see anything, and I won't be able to see anything. But yeah, Taquito, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Preston, Preston, there should definitely be more people watching your stream. Well, thank you, Preston. I appreciate it. We'll get there one day, Preston. We'll have so many people in here we won't know what to do with ourselves. Tony, do it. Use a flat. Jonathan, I can't. Well, do we have a flashlight? We might have a flashlight. Shampoo plus, it's raining right now. Ugh, if it's raining, that's not fun. Tony, if he would show his yard or work, he'd have 1,000 people. I don't know. I don't know about that, but maybe. Tony, the plane landed. All right, sir. Since you got work to do now, so we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll do maybe I'll do my live tomorrow earlier in the day, so that way I can just show off my front yard. We'll see. Who knows? Yeah, James, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. Preston, have a good rest of your day. You have a great rest of your day as well, Preston. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Oh. We're also getting ready to cross the 3-hour mark. That's insane. Okay.
James, it's raining in Texas City. Interesting. Tony, big storms just came through. Bro D, make it happen, Captain. We'll see, man. All right. Shampoo, ciao, Tony. What's up, we miss? What's up? How we doing? Rachel, hello. How are we? James, yes. James, yes, I am single. Let's see. Let's see. Preston, when's the next stream? You have to be there. So, Preston, typically my streams are at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is typically when I stream, just because that has usually been the time that works best for me. However, if I am going to do the stream outside tomorrow in the daylight, I don't know when that would be. So Preston, you would probably just have to like at some point check around on YouTube just to see when it is.
If you subscribe, there's a chance that you might be able to get notified of it when I do go live, just if you want to see that. But typically I'm around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Preston. That's almost always when the live streams are going to be. KHA, what's up? Shampoo, you ordered a hot dog and now it is here. You must leave and go eat. Respect, Shampoo. Thank you for being here as long as you were. I appreciate it. Enjoy the hot dog. Jonathan, you're rocking with it. Nice. Let's see. Arup, stability, speed, mostly in clay courts. You only tested Gel Res 10. Your previous shoes are Adidas Defiant 2. Are Court FF Novak worth that extra penny compared to the Gel Res 10? Okay. So, Arup, here's the thing. Between the Gel Res 10 and the Gel Res 10 and the Court FF, the big thing is that both are going to offer good stability. For some people, they don't like the Gel Resolution 10 because of that menial wall or that higher piece that they put in the shoe on the inside of it. So because some people feel that is hitting their ankles, especially if they try and slide in the shoe, that is not necessarily the best thing. They don't necessarily like that much. If you tried their Gel Resolution 10 and that was not a problem, then I don't think it's going to be a big deal. However, hold on. However, if you were using the Defiant 2 before, both the ASICS Gel Resolution 10 and the Court FF, those are going to be much heavier than what you're used to. So the Court FF is going to wrap around your ankle a little bit more to keep you a little bit more secured and locked into the shoe itself. But I also believe it's going to be a little bit heavier, so not as light as your Defiant was. The Gel Resolution 10, I believe, is going to be a little bit more like your Defiant, just in terms of weight, comparing it to the Court FF. However, if you like the extra support and the extra cushion, then I think the Court FF would be fine. I don't really think that if you like the Gel Resolution 10, I don't think you necessarily need to go to that and spend even more money, but it's up to you. I personally, if you liked the Gel Res 10 clay and you thought it was fine, I'd probably just go with that. Unless you can just try a pair of the Court FFs on and you don't have to like pay fully for them. So like you go to a store and just try them on just to see. I think that's fine. But with the Gel Resolution 10, one thing to keep in mind is that you'll probably have to adjust the size you get, because the Gel Resolution 10 for some reason has been running long. So if you do go with that shoe, Arup, you would probably want to go down a half size, or at least try a half size down on your foot, just because that's what I noticed worked best for my foot. And almost every single person I ever had try the Gel Resolution 10 at the store that I work at, they said the same thing, and that by going down a half size, the shoe fits so much better. The Court FF, you can usually get away with a little bit more of a standard fit and like your normal size, but for the Gel Res 10, it'd probably be a good idea to go down a half size just to see what you think, if you were to go with that shoe. But I hope that helps answer your question, Arup. I really do. KHA, I cannot play Fortnite with you, sir. Irfan, what's up?
See, Preston, yes, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Jonathan, yes, I did notice your profile picture. How did you do that? I'm very curious how you did that. I'm assuming it was some sort of AI thing, but that's crazy. Oh, Preston, we're in the same time zone, man. Where are you at? Like, where are you from? Oh, awesome, Preston. I'm from Indiana, so we're like right next to it. We're like right next to each other. That's awesome. Let's see. Mason, no, you are not allowed to be a moderator. Devin, hold on. Andy, what's up, man? Not much, man. What's going on with you? We just streaming, man. Bam. What's up with the ceiling? The ceiling is just old. That is what is up with it. It's old and starting to fall apart a little bit. Preston from Ohio, nice. Jonathan, yeah, I kind of figured it was AI. I was like, there's no way he edited that quickly. Georgia, it's 11:32. Yeah, you're on Eastern time with us. Very cool, Mason. Andy, just chilling, bro. Just got home from the gym, man. Yeah, dude. That's awesome. I appreciate you chilling here with us, dude. Us, Andy. That's pretty sick. But yeah, what was the split for today? How did we tackle the gym? How did we tackle the gym tonight or today? I don't know what time zone you're in. Preston, you'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Preston. I appreciate it. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Isaiah, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate it. Andy, you're all the way out in Miami. Nice, dude. I've been there once before, and I thought I had a good time where I was. I was right. The hotel I was at was like right next to the Marlins Stadium, so I had a fun time. I ended up actually walking around with one other guy I had just met like there because I was in Miami for like an event. But yeah, Miami was fun. I didn't get to really experience much of it, but seems like a cool place. I've heard a lot about Miami, so the fact that I'm meeting someone from there now, pretty awesome, Andy. Gotta say, I may not know you, but it seems pretty cool. Let's see. Roop, thank you. I agree. Jaguars 10 is a fit issue. You play tested size 10 generally. You go with Adidas 11. Sure, I'll try and see the corner fit, but mostly I choose Jaguars 10. Nice. Yeah, Roop. Whatever your foot's most comfortable with, that's the most important thing. But yeah, man. I'm glad I was able to help out. And let me know whichever one you decide to go with. Let me know and tell me how it goes, man. Jonathan, yep. Great Scott, shalom from Israel. Hello from the U.S. Thank you for being here. And Andy did some back and buys today. It was fire. Nice. Gotta get a good pump in, bruh. One of the best things, I bet it was. Not Jack.
Good morning from North Wales. Which state do I live in? So I live in Indiana, not Jack. But that's cool. You're all the way from North Wales. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. And haha, yeah, that was crazy. You live in the border between Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and for sure it's nice. You were born and raised here. It's been a good time. That's awesome, dude. Well, hey, if you think you like my personality enough, Andy, I guess the next time I'm in Miami, or if I ever get down to Miami again, we'll have to get together and we'll have to hit a gym session, just to see it. That sounds like it'd be fun. You may think that's a terrible idea because you take a look at me and you're like, "What's this scrawny kid talking about?" And then because you take a look at yourself, because I looked at your profile a little bit, and you're just like, you're the jacked guy. You're like, this kid thinks he can handle what I would do. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see if I'm ever down near you. Let's see. The question is: Luxon 4G tough on the arm? Yes. If you have had arm issues before, or you have had tennis elbow before, or you think you're more susceptible to it, 4G is not a good string to be playing with, in my opinion. That one, very hard on the arm, and not necessarily going to be the best thing if you're trying to prevent injury or tennis elbow. Not Jack getting ready to travel to Manchester for a first aid course. Weather here is horrible. Jeez, man. The weather of North Wales is not living up to the expectation. I've never been to North Wales. I've never been to any Wales at all. I've only been outside of the U.S. once, and it was not to go to Europe. So I will take your word for it that the weather is absolutely atrocious. Andy, for sure, bro. Sounds like a deal. Nice. And nah, man, not at all. You like helping people get in shape. That's what you do for a living. That's awesome, Andy. Are you like Are you a personal trainer, or do you do like your own fitness thing, or is it more just like you work at it, or is it more like you work at a gym, and then you kind of use that as your way of like helping to train people? Yes, sir. Which one? You work at a gym. Yeah, okay, cool. Very cool, man. That's awesome. I have one friend. She actually just stopped working with me. She actually just stopped working with me at where we currently work. And so she actually left to become a strength trainer because she got her degree in like sport. I think I don't remember exactly what her degree was, but it was something with sports. I think it might have been like physical therapy or something. But yeah, she just left to go work at a fitness place or a gym too. So I was like, that's a cool little connection right there. UFC Fit. Cool. Tony, clean the plane, entertain us, buddy. Oh, Lord, you about to go have a good one, pal. Ciao. All right, Tony. Bye, man. Bye, Tony. Thank you for being here as always. Good luck cleaning the plane. Have fun. Andy, you got a sports and a science degree. Nice. That's awesome. How long did you do them both at the same time, or did you get like one degree first and then the other degree like after that? Or is it sports science, like sport medicine something? Cowboy, I am not going to do that. That does not sound like it's gonna be a good idea. Eric, what's up? How we doing? Question. Technically, people have said that 4G rough is a little bit easier on the arm than normal 4G. But if you have tennis elbow, or if you're trying to avoid tennis elbow, I would just stay away from 4G entirely. Like, I've almost never seen 4G work as a way to actually combat tennis elbow or anything. So that is something I would just probably stay away from. Question. Let's see. Elijah, how do you remedy an injury to the forearm? That I would say, Elijah, is probably a better question for a doctor, because I am not a doctor, so I cannot offer medical advice. That is not something I am qualified to talk about. But the only thing I can say that I think most people would agree with is probably just rest, but I would consult a doctor for official medical advice. Andy, you did with the National Academy of Sports and Science. Very cool. National Academy of Sports Medicine, that they call the school. Very, very nice, Tony. Elijah, also suggestion you made of practicing on a clay court instead of grass is insane. I never made a suggestion to practice on one. I said that each person has their own preference depending upon what they grew up playing on. So if you're going to try and attack me, Elijah, you might want to get what I said right. Andy will definitely get a great workout sesh whenever I come to Miami. Yes, sir. Nice, man. Yeah. Tiago, what's up? Aru, you're always mimicking Felix's serve motion, Alcaraz forehand, Djokovic backhand. You should stop watching that. I feel like we all do that. At some point. We just watch pros. We're like, all right, I'm gonna do it like that, and then we try and do it like that. And we're just like, oh, we ain't got it like that yet. We gotta do some work. Yeah. Phoenix, you have pie. I should invest in some. No, I'm good. I've made it this far. I've made it this far without pie, so I'm good. I don't think it's unfortunate at all. Phoenix. Yeah, Elijah. Most of us mortal players, we should not be emulating the pros, most likely. We'd like to think we can, but then we try it and it does not work out for us.
Phoenix, even if you invest in some for me, I'm not going to eat it. And I will tell you, don't waste your money. Because it's just going to go to waste. Yeah, non-eating habits. That's fair. Elijah, who's my favorite player on the circuit? I don't think I have. I don't know who my favorite would be right now. My previous favorite was Fabio Fognini, but he has since retired, and I don't know. I don't know what made him decide to become a dancing star, but that's apparently what he's doing now because he pops up every so often on Facebook for me. But yeah, Fabio was always my favorite. I don't know who it would be that's currently playing. Phoenix, all fun, though little to no judgment. Interesting. Denali, I have no idea what you're talking about. Question, Fabio was always a disappointment. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't watch him his entire career. I watched him kind of like towards the latter half of it, but the few things I saw him do, I always thought he was fun. Elijah, don't speak for me. Let's see. Maru, past year and number one. Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Murray, Alcaraz, Sinner. One full generation. It's overshadowed poor 90s born kids. And poor Zverev. Wasn't Dominic Thiem, isn't he like the only 90s kid to win a Grand Slam? Isn't that like the statistic? Because Team won in 2020 because with COVID and everything, because the final two of that US Open was Dominic Thiem and Alexander Zverev. So I think Thiem might be the only 90s kid to have won a slam in the Open in like since Federer oh yeah, Medvedev got his too. I forgot about that one. How could I forget that with his emote of just like flopping onto the floor? That was hilarious when I watched that. I watched that and I was just like, I can't believe he just did that. That was insane. Let's see. Phoenix, please don't think I'm being rude when I mention it. Yeah, it's awesome. You're not being rude, Phoenix. My eating habits have always been a big thing since I was young, since I've been growing up. So we're used to it. To 10, maybe. Thank you for the jewels. I do appreciate it. What are we talking about?
We are talking about. We were talking about when you came in. I think we were talking about if there were any professional tennis players that were born in the 90s and won a Grand Slam tournament. That is what we were talking about, just because we were trying to think if there had been any, just because we didn't think there was, but there were actually two of them. And they were the Dominic Thiem and Daniil Medvedev names that we mentioned. So that is what we were talking about. We were just nerding out a little bit over tennis because we were trying to remember scores and remember statistics. That is about it. Let's see. Then Elijah, what racket am I playing with? Currently, I'm playing with the Solinco Blackout 300 V2. That one, I don't know why. It just worked really well for me since I started playing with it, and I've had nothing but a great time using it for my own personal game. Phoenix Elijah, trust me, I've been here almost every stream for the past few weeks, and I'm just here for fun, sillies. Nothing is meant to be rude and derogatory. I've adopted it as my stream. Okay. Big Cat, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what that means. Not funny, Deacon. You gotta be a little more original than that. Phoenix, you only mentioned pie because you're eating some in the past stream. He's mentioned that he's never had it. You're just such a yeah. It's all good, Phoenix. Titan, thank you. I appreciate the subscription. It helps me out a lot. It really does. Mahmoud, you like my shirt? Thank you. I appreciate it. Elijah, I cannot show you the racket. It is actually in my tennis bag right now, which is not in my room. It was also a very bad attempt at a joke. All right, cool. What time is it? Yeah. All right. Well. EIR. EIR, yeah. No one else was in the room where it happened. Great Hamilton reference. I'm actually going to see Hamilton in like a month or two, so I'm excited to see that again. It's going to be a great time because I'm actually going with a group of friends this time. Let's see. Elijah, no. I might get a haircut here soon. I've not talked to my stylist recently to see if she has any slots open, but I might get one. I'm not sure yet. Preston, how do I keep coming across your stream? Just because I'm still going, dude. That's the only reason. Now, I'm probably not going to keep going for long. I'm probably going to end the live stream here in a few minutes just because it's almost midnight where I live, so I don't plan on going that much longer because I would like to sleep. So, at some point we'll be ending this here shortly, I would say. Let's see.
Phoenix, whoa, it's about that time. Elijah, like I said, it's in my bag. I don't have it with me. A root blackout is fire, but with an 18 by 20, is it possible it would work? Probably not. Just because I don't think Selenko is planning on ever making an 18 by 20. I don't necessarily know how a power racket with an 18 by 20 string pattern would go over. It's an interesting concept, but I don't think any tennis manufacturer is actually going to make one to see how it would do, just because they really just I don't think many people would take to it. So I think it'd be an interesting try, a root, but I don't think they'll ever actually make it. Mohammed, hello. How are you, my friend? I'm doing good, sir. But am I still live from yesterday? No, I am not still live from yesterday. I ended yesterday's live stream, went to bed, went to work, came home from that, ate something, and then we started another live stream, Mohammed. That is what we did. Let's see. Tin, you live in San Francisco. Very nice. Elijah ending the live stream. What is he? F5V? I don't know what that is. Phoenix, do I work every day? No, I do not work every day. Tomorrow actually starts my days off, so I work Friday through Monday, and then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. That is my typical schedule. Preston, you'll just stay till the end of the stream then. Very nice. Elijah, never used it, never plan on using it. How does Hamilton, an orphan, an immigrant, bastard, son of a whore and a Scotsman? Ari, you did nothing wrong. You are completely fine. The chat is civil, Elijah. She's fine. She's quoting Hamilton. It's not going to get any. There's nothing bad in Hamilton. What do I work as? I work at a tennis retail store. That is my entire career. Christian Boral, welcome back. Kingston, welcome back. B1, what's up? How are we doing? Nathaniel, I'm doing good. How are you? Kingston, welcome back again. B1, America first, interesting. Phoenix, that's such an odd schedule. I figured you'd be off during the weekend. You would think, but with my job, the weekends tended to be where they needed help the most, and yeah, they needed help on the weekends the most, and it just worked out that way. Tuesday through Thursday, we have pretty much all of our guys there that would also be doing what I do. So they were just like, hey, we need help on the weekends. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Preston, you're starting to get back into tennis, so can you teach me like the basics? Preston, I'm not the one to teach. I'm probably not the one to teach you the basics about coaching or anything in terms of like
actually playing. I'm just here to kind of like explain what the tennis rackets and the strings and your shoes are going to do when you actually use them. That would be where my area of expertise comes in. So if you have questions about those, I can help out. If you have questions about like playing in anything, I'm probably not the guy you want to ask, just because there are more qualified people to talk about that than myself, who have been coaches for a lot longer and are probably like certified as a coach as well. Question. No, I do not work for Tennis Express, and don't do that. EIR, you happen to miss the cinema premiere of Hamilton because you got sick. Oh no. Well, at least you got the Disney Plus version. Titan, I do not watch the NFL. Never really cared to. I just kind of got bored of it. Elijah, the hat is K-Swiss, and this is Rublev's logo, but the actual hat itself is made by K-Swiss. Phoenix, that's cool. Did it take you a while to get used to it, or was it just another week? It took a little bit to get used to it, just because on Fridays and Mondays, Phoenix, I'm doing essentially 10-hour days, and then Saturday and Sunday I get as close to that as possible. But it's weird. It was weird, but now it's just starting to become more and more normal. EIR, Disney Plus is the way for Hamill fans. Yeah. If you want to watch it, Disney Plus, it's right there. Elijah has a new tennis bag. Nice. All right. You have a Nike tennis bag? They made tennis bags? Christian, oh, you actually saw Hamilton. You saw Hamilton live, not the original cast, and in the cinema. Yeah, I've seen Hamilton a few times. I saw it once in Chicago, and then I saw it one time last year. Not last year. I saw it one time a few years ago, and then I'm seeing it again next month. So I'm excited. I finally got a group of friends. I got a group of friends to go with me, and we all got tickets. We're all sitting together. So I'll be very excited. Some of them have never seen Hamilton before. Some of them have. And I think it's just going to be a great night. Phoenix, oh Jesus, sounds like torture. You want to be a band director? Good luck with that, Phoenix. Cotton, will I stream during Thanksgiving? Yes, I will be streaming during Thanksgiving. Elijah, no. I don't make my bed. I think it's pointless. Preston, you've never seen Hamilton. Is it inappropriate, or can I watch it with my family? So, Preston, A, how old is everyone in your family? And B, yeah, how old is everyone in your family? Nehu, welcome back. Phoenix, you watched Hamilton for the first time last year because your history teacher, literally your favorite teacher ever, you always say that. He said he'd give me extra credit if I had proof that I saw it. How did you show proof? Did you just start naming off? Did you just start
naming off random things that happen, like, oh, this person moved the chair like this in the Battle of Yorktown or something. Is that how you gave him proof? Preston, your sister is 14, your brother's 10. How old are you, Preston? Nehu, you're welcome. Min. Does the Babolat SFX Evo have a wider toe box than the Jet Mach 3? Yes. The Babolat SFX Evo and the Babolat SFX 4, those are both wider toe box. Those are both wider toe box shoes than the Jet Mach 3. Nehu, try Caro. I don't. No, I will not try and flip my eyelids. I don't know how to do that. I don't want to try. I'm gonna be honest. Phoenix, nice. Okay. Preston, you're 12. Preston, I would say you might want to wait, just because technically I would say if Hamilton, if it was to be rated, it's probably rated R. So I'd probably wait till you're at least in high school, or just ask your parents. I'm not trying to get in trouble by saying you should go listen to this. So ask your parents. Don't take anything I would say. Just ask them. Phoenix, you also had to show them a video and tell them what timestamp it was taken at. It was quite silly. Yeah, that does sound quite silly. Titten, thank you for the jewels again. I appreciate it. Man, you tried out a leather grip on the Persiv 100D and you really loved it. Loved the video on the topic too. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I do think that the Percept 100D is much better if you customize it than just getting it stock off of the shelf. But it just depends on what you want help with. I thought the leather grip was a very fun add to it, so I'm glad it helped. I'm glad it helped you out. All right, cool. So here's the thing. Tin, thank you. I'm hopeful we get there too. I'm sure we can. Especially we keep going, we keep pushing. But yeah. I hope we get there too. Elijah, if you're just gonna think everything I say about tennis is wrong, then just leave. I don't know why you continue to stay here then if you're just gonna like belittle everything I say and recommend. Phoenix, isn't it midnight for you? Yes, it is midnight for me. And yeah, you're probably an hour behind, Phoenix. I think we've talked about this before. Preston, you agree with Tid? Well, thanks, Preston. I appreciate it. Devin, can you do 2 rounds of spins in that chair? Not right now. I would like to go to bed. So so that is why. Tidden, again, thank you for the jewels. It means a lot. But I am going to I'm going to end the stream here. So thank you all for being here for as long as you have been, whether that was a short time or a long time. I do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It really does.
And so, with that, yeah, I appreciate everyone being here.
With that being said, hopefully I'll see you at the next stream.
I'll be going and streaming for at least half an hour each day for the rest of the year. So please, if you can make it to another one, I'd love to have you there. If not, I get it. You're busy. We all have very busy lives. And yeah, I get it.
It's all good.
So, with that being said, as always, take care.